Welcome back, Chris One and Liam Show. Had a busy day today. I just got back right now in Arabic. In Arabic, I have the Italy Uraguay game on. It is 0-0. You heard my pregame. We're going to go through this quick because I kind of watch it as they play. Huge game. Basically, it's winner take all. Whoever wins this goes through. Because Uruguay, I think, has 3 and Italy has 3 points. Costa Rica's through. They're playing England in the... I don't say it's not that it doesn't matter. England's out. Costa Rica, if they lose, and if there is a winner of this game, they will be tied, and there's issues with who wins group, who doesn't, okay? But Costa Rica is through, playing England. So it's a huge game. I'm going to go back. Predictions yesterday. I didn't predict against Brazil, but I had that feeling, and when it went 2-1 with Cameroon scoring that goal. Actually, excuse me, we went 1-1, I believe. With Cameroon scoring that goal, that whole stadium went silent. That's what I was talking about. Give them to Brazil. They kept their heads. They won the game going away. Neymar, I still think, was the man who was hustling, created the opportunities, and he's going to be the one to stop when you play them. And I believe the number 2 team with the Denmark beating Chile, Denmark, Holland. Holland won their group. They're playing Mexico, and Chile is having to play Brazil. Okay, and I'm going to let those games go because I have opinions on that too, as you probably have figured out. But again, I think Chile is going to beat Brazil. I'll say that now. Brazil played better. For the first time, I actually saw Caesar make a stop. But even the commentators last night made the statement, he hasn't been tested a lot. In the Confed Cup, he wasn't tested a lot. So I can't tell you really how good or bad a goalie he is. He's very athletic. He can jump. He can cover the net. But how his hands are, does he catch the ball and not give up rebounds, etc., etc. I haven't had him seen to make a stop. So there you go. I still don't think Brazil's that good. And I think in a knockout round, the pressure will get to them. But I'll talk about the Chile game as we get closer. The other game, I picked right before Croatia. If you go back a few shows, I was talking about Mexico being the better team. However, they were not starting Chicharito, Javier Hernandez. And I was not impressed with how they approached Brazil. I backed off on them. Obviously, I was wrong. It goes back. Originally, I said they were going to go through. I thought they're going to win the group. But they didn't. Goal differential was the difference, as they had the same amount of points as Brazil. I didn't see the game. We saw the other game here. So I only saw the highlights. Fernandez scored 1-0, and then I don't know who scored the second goal. So I have no idea how Mexico played. What I would say is, if Hernandez started, did he play a lot with Manchester United? The answer is no. He was behind Rooney, Van Persie, and then with David the Mope Moyes. He was also behind Danny Welbeck. He didn't play a lot. So as a Mexican coach of Mexico, I would have an issue with him not having a lot of playing time. As I've watched him play, he is a very talented player. You need him out there. And when Man United played him, in the games he played, he scored. Mexico was having trouble putting the ball in the net. He's the guy you needed in there. He was in. He got a huge goal for them. It depends on who the lineup is, with Mexico having to play Holland. Now, the money's on Holland. Mexico, because they have speed, because they're not afraid to play a little physical ball, and because you have a guy as quick as Hernandez at the front of the line, and Herrera, who's not a bad midfielder, I think it's going to be a fairly even game. I just thought, as I said, what they did against Brazil, where they conceded the game almost to them, 0-0 draw. I thought Croatia, having had to play aggressively against Cameroon, would come out firing. I thought their toughness would win out. I was wrong. Okay, but let's finish the games instead of going to the next round. Italy Uraguay. When Uruguay beat England, I talked more about this, saying that I was actually picking Uruguay. It's still 0-0. The Italians play a beautiful game of football. Uruguay at the back 8. Play 8, not including goalie, the 4-4. Do not play well. And Italy has Verratti out there. So actually that gives me more that I believe Uruguay will beat them. The difference is Suarez and Cavani creating opportunities as they did with England is why I'm picking them. But Cavani and Suarez, the Italians, Cicciolini, and that other thug in the middle. Plus you have Del Rossi out there. First of all, Del Rossi I also cannot stand because he blasted Brian McBride in 2006 and about blew his eye out. Got red carded. But as I sit here, I talked about Italy when they played Costa Rica when they were down. It's like, if I were in your shoes, I would be fighting very hard because I would not want to come down to having to beat Uruguay. Okay? I forgot, and I'm thinking in goal differential. Right now, 0-0, we're already in the 55th minute. Goal differential can come into play on this. Uruguay beat England 2-1 and lost 3-1. So I bet Italy, having lost 1-0 and having won their first game, probably has a benefit on goal differential. So, but if you play for a draw, especially against a guy like Suarez, I think you're asking for trouble. I didn't see the first half. So, this was me, and as I said, that my best analysis of this game is the one I did earlier when Uruguay beat England. And I was saying, and Italy was going to lose to Costa Rica. Italy has put themselves, I love Italy, beautiful football, but they put themselves in a very tough spot. Now Cavani's yelling and screaming and snarling at people. That won't help his cause in my book. But Uruguay just they play until you make a mistake when they concentrate that way. So this is going to be a tough one. And then we have 2 games later in the Group D. They're going to probably have to pull Verratti. He is limping. And for Italy, I think that would be a very good thing because he gives up the ball so easily. So, the other games, I believe this is the South Korea, Russia group. No, actually I'm wrong on that. It's Greece, Colombia group. Ecuador. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sign off on this game just to catch up. Happy World Cup. I'm going to broadcast later for the next round as I really want to watch this Italy game. I thought it was going to be a good game, 0-0, and basically Uruguay I think needs to win to advance. Italy in a draw wins on goal differential. So we'll tune in. Happy World Cup. Talk more later.